morning everyone, this is Jenny Pierkowski. Welcome to my vlog. Today's vlog is we're going to Battle Creek to visit Ellen G. White's houses or campground. So it's gonna be fun. I'll see you guys there. Ciao.
There's an airport.
We are heading to Ellen G. White hometown. Yes? Yes?
Yep, Battle Creek.
Battle Creek. Papa wants to visit there. So there you go. This is the Army base.
That's reserved. There's Air Force, Marines, Army.
Alright. We are heading to Ellen G. White.
Some of these houses are not going to get in because they're sold, but this one on the corner was part of Ellen White's. That one over there where the chocolate was part of it, but they've been sold for people to live in. They've been trying to buy them back for a long time, but as those people move, like that one right there, someone actively lives in and someone actively lives in.
Turn right onto Champion Street.
So this is Ellen G. White. There you go. There we go.
Yeah, we got parking here.
Turn right, then turn right onto Van Buren Street West.
This is the map
Let me get them.
of everything.
Historic Adventist Village.
Yeah,
Where's the map?
We're right here right now at 18. That's where we're at, the parking lot.
So guys, this is Ellen G. White hometown in Battle Creek, Michigan. Where is he going?
Oh, to the parking lot side?
Oh, he wants to get that one. It will be open in a couple of minutes. Right now it's still closed. So we are walking around. Guys, I will show you around later when they're open. You know. Right now it's not open yet, so we have to wait like about 10 minutes. Battle Creek, Michigan.
It's going to be up over here. Yeah, there's the tour guide. He's ready to open everything up. But we got to go to the Welcome Center, and then he'll check us in.
So this is Ellen G. White place. Can you imagine, guys? Long time ago. Take that one.
Looks like there's Jenny up there at the Welcome Center. We got to wait till a couple more minutes here and it'll be open. And we're going to tour Ellen White's estate today, or village is what we call the Adventist village. So we'll be back later.
Now, Historic Adventist Village is actually one of 4 properties that Adventist Heritage District owns. We also own Joseph Bates Home in Massachusetts, the Windmiller Farm in New York, and Hermetson's Farm in New York. So between the 4 properties that we own and maintain, we've taken 4 of the 5 S's of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. The Bates, they talk about the Sabbath. Windmiller, the Second Coming. Hermetson, the Sanctuary. Here, we're more about the Spirit of Prophecy. Now, if you want that 5th, that's the State of the Dead. Ellen White is only buried 3 miles in that direction right there.
Oh, she buried here.
Yeah, they killed her in California, but they buried her.
Oh, there it is. We were wondering, where did she get
She's
buried?
buried here, yes. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll get you a map before you leave so you can walk to the cemetery. And built by Adventist Battle Creek. There's also the newest one built by Seventh-day Adventists. The original one was built in 1855. We just opened this one here in 2018.
Nice.
Every time you say I'm going to retire, I'm retiring.
No, he's not. I mean, Chris is running stuff.
So this is a publishing office, guys. 1855, 1861. Can you imagine? Wow, it's been decayed.
Yeah, and that's what happened. Yeah.
Oh. What is that? Oh, that's a big one.
I'm just glad to have a tour with all adults.
Yeah, no kids, please.
I had a tour with 5 kids yesterday, and I think we're all in the same. Once they got that set, then they had to get helpers.
Yep.
So they would get 14 to 16-year-old young boys to set the type. Because back in those days, each one of these was an individual letter. Each letter had to go into the word backwards. Each word had to be backwards. So can you see what that letter is?
Yeah. It's moved.
But you can tell what it was.
That's tiny.
That's a tiny letter. I can't
That
see the
is
letter.
so.
Go ahead and tell me what the letter was.
What letter's on there?
Eh?
I don't have my glasses. I won't be able to read that.
Letters.
Is the letter ba? Letter.
Ah, that's a letter.
Yeah.
I can't see the letter though.
Letters.
Okay,
I don't have my
you
glasses.
would have been hired by James Allen White.
Dang.
That isn't actually a Y. The letter Y.
So tiny.
Which side you're on, you can set that type. They'd run that back out here, they'd pull that piece of paper out, and the someone would hand to a young lady. Now, it's a young lady's responsibility to read that. If they were to find even one mistake in there, thank you. James White make those young men take that apart and fix it. He was a stickler for perfection. Okay. If they found one mistake on there, James White made them take that apart and fix it. Well, by 1855, the population of the United States is moving west. Besides that pressure, one hand here in the area, so he's I'll give you 300 hours each for the rest of the building. 3 minutes, so the first. I'm going to give you that's that first time here.
Sanitarium.
That's the 1929 kitchen out here.
Yes.
But John Kellogg borrowed the money to build that, and he finally lost it. Because in 1929, the Depression hit. He couldn't make his payments. He struggled until 1931. They finally had to build that. He had to be 300 building. The federal government. What do you borrow? It's not owned by the federal government of the United States.
That's the home of Willie White.
Because Willie's two daughters did live there, though, and make it so there's 4 generations of the White family that lived on this property. Willie's two daughters there, James White, the 4 boys, and the last house are going to go across the road there. And on this side of the road, John and Betsy White were James White's parents. There is no other place in the whole world that can make that claim of those 4 generations of Whites in the same piece of property. But we think we've got kind of a special street right here. We'd like to welcome you to it. We're going to head over to this street
Nice.
over here. Ain't going to happen. Well, bring the drawings and stuff to the thing. The city thought it was a great idea. But it's sat there for 2 years because there's no way to get done in time for that thing. The concept of the village first started, there was actually a house that was sitting right here. Now this house was in really, really bad shape. And because they thought that house right there was John Loughborough's house, they allowed the city to tear this one down. After it's down, they checked their paperwork. Oops, wrong house.
Oh.
You've heard that statement, measure twice, cut once, but
Yeah.
check your deed twice, don't turn out.
Yeah.
But it was a piece of
School, guys. Dili na primero, ma. School ni siya. O, dili na difference. Ayaw, because... Relax. Tingnan nga, eskwelahan ni. School, right. Oh, I remember this. Yes, the school. Look at his chairs.
you may sit down.
Sit down.
Alright, now this school building was not originally on site. This is a public school that's given to us, so we tell us right outside the application. This building was built in the 1870s. I'm 4 miles from here. I got another public school right here. I read. It's my house. We got an alarm. I was like that too. Wow, we're the previous building was sold. I got it for Exactly, this is the drinking pump.
Wow.
Wow. Now from Mary here, we have Nico from off the center of the school that first week. She drank out of that same bucket. Remember, the average life expectancy was only 40 years.
40 years, huh?
So they only use one
So
school.
by that time, the students could be on the outside because there were no bathrooms in it. So the teacher would have to call them in. Now, when the students would come in, the boys would put their books in one closet, the girls would put their books in the other closet. That was the Quaker way of doing things back in those days. You notice maybe the church next door has 2 doors. Men would come in one door, women would come in the other. We had Mrs. White thought that'd be great land for a school too. But the Education Association, all their wisdom decided to buy 12 acres right dead center in the middle of town. Promptly sold 5 of those acres off. You can't have a self-supporting school on 7 acres of land. That's hardly enough land for gardens, let alone a dairy. I mean, very difficult for him to stand up and sit down. So in 1874, he created this desk here. He went to stand up, reach behind him, open the back of it, and fold it this way out of it. He sold that down for $3,000. Because he had a bigger family, he was addition on his house.
That was interesting, guys. That's cool. We are so lucky this time. Like, big iPad, you know. Interesting story about Ellen G. White, guys. So this is Adventist Parkville. Adventist Church. This is the church, guys. Yeah, 2 doors.
Then we can figure out probably what was used.
So that porch is
Yeah, the front porch. But there again, we had the fall session general conference.
Yeah.
They wanted to bring all the religious liberty people over here
Yeah.
and get them interested in it. It was so old and wet.
Wow, look at this. Look at these benches, guys. Small benches.
They really should have gone and take a look at that.
Yeah. And they were here, so.
And they're all lawyers. You know, lawyers got.
Yeah, I know.
Uh,
Tom, why don't you come sit over here?
Yeah.
I know what he's thinking.
He likes to be called the log guy. Thou shall not make into the...
oh, let me get down with this. As long as you don't touch it, it's not like that.
Yeah, no touching.
All right, now here, they went to a small little town about 30 miles south of West called Parkville, about 10 acres of beach. And there, Jane Anderson, around John Locke, 17 years old, 20 years old. Otherwise, he'd been in the right. He was 16 years old. Now, where he got. Now, the 10th Anderson Eve opened August 9, 1859.
libuhanan. Diha na vision si Mrs. White. How many times did Mrs. White put a vision there?
There's only one recorded, but there might have been more. But there's just one that's
But the first vision was done here.
She had a digital war here in this church.
That's cool.
Souvenir sa namo kalipay ako kami dire. Ako kami dire sa simbahan sa
But they're all here. James is here. Joseph Harvey Baker's here. John Langton's here. John Lockwell's here.
This is James White.
That one's Joseph Harvey Baker. There's James right here.
That's James right there. The handsome guy.
They were all here for the dedication when Ellen
Ellen
White
G.
got
White, right there. There you go.
$300,000 to turn it into bed and breakfast. Yep. So she was really bummed about that. Well then, last summer.
Oh, yes. That's me. This is. Hold this for me, baby.
Yeah.
It's on.
Oh, the guy?
It's an iron. I got one of those.
Breakfast.
We have one of
He actually
those.
came over after the Oshkosh thing. We saw the Oshkosh events where we had 5,000 pathfinders supposed to be here in 3 days. And he came over to the office. He says, "I'm working on a house across the road." He's like, "I have to see what this place is." I saw
Baby
the two houses and everything. He said, "I thought it'd be complete chaos." He said, "They're so well organized." And so we were talking to him. He said, "Yeah, turn that. I'm going to just flip it and sell it." And he says, "Why don't you turn that into a bed and breakfast?" And so she told him about the history. We have people all the time looking for places to stay and stuff. He went
It's an
home-
iron, Papa.
He went home and 2 days later. He had blueprints and a business plan for it because he saw the potential.
Oh yeah. How many people's manders up for
This is the house of this one?
No.
This is the house of.
All right, now this log cabin was one of the buildings that we just sold to us for $1. No adventist lived in it, but it gives us a story. The building told a story about David Hewitt. When you get the David Hewitt story, you really need to have a story that leads into the story. Now the year is 1849, and Joseph Bates, who many consider the father of the Seventh-day Adventist Church because he was basically the only old man. Most everybody else was in their 20s and 30s. He was a retired sea captain. Now he retired at the age of 35. By the time the church started, he was 55. Average life expectancy.
That's so small.
Now, because of the running water situation, in the wintertime this got filled up one time for the entire family.
Oh,
Just move the water and then.
They would probably sit in there first
Sit in there?
and watch what they could do sitting and then stand up and let the water run.
Yep. Even the adults.
I don't understand how dirty that water was in the rest of the family.
They didn't have plastic.
No. And I don't know if you've ever heard the statement, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. This is because that water be so dirty, you want to fish around there, make sure all your kids are out.
Yeah.
Fishing out the
That
bath.
was the term for
And in a log cabin like this, mom, dad, and the youngest baby would stay downstairs. If another man came into the family, or that baby became of age and went upstairs. That was their only form of
Oh,
privacy.
it's a graveyard.
Squeeze the water out of it.
Oh,
And you go
that's
hang it
very
up and
cool.
dry a lot quicker.
During the winter time, you can use.
I grew up in Blissfield, Michigan.
Okay.
Actually, Palmyra, outside of Delaware County. And the farmers across the street, well, one of the wealthiest farmers in the county. In their basement, the wife still. She used her sister in all the everything she done.
Well, it was like my grandpa.
Waffle maker.
He used his outhouse until he was in his 90s until we had to put him in a home because it cost money to flush the toilets.
Yeah.
They came through that depression era.
Yeah, I remember.
We moved here to Battle Creek 10 years ago. We always had dust.
Yeah.
And so we were thunderstorm come through. We took a bath and we were just figuring to take out the power.
Yeah.
Shoemaker.
There's only two shoemakers downtown. There's one downtown and there's one in Western. But they still make them. Yeah, there's only one guy that actually repairs shoes. And he's on Western. Breaking the holes and margins up the
Hali na mo, man. Nagulat.
His father died and the son took it over. He'll still repair shoes, but we sold.
Ellen G. White. Ipatindog lang tayo, ipag-curve. Kaya kapuyan si mama. Look at their benches, guys. At least they get like foam. It's not gonna be hurt. It's not gonna hurt your butt. Oh, this is another thing. Oh, it's
And
fair.
this is a bunch of 1857 meeting. The second church building is in that free. Now, when Jane Duncan got in 1855, the congregation meeting at home. Because they got the real stuff, then got segregated. So we're like a local home.
Oh, this is
They had this
their
home built for them in 1856. They lived here
James
for
and
7
White's
years,
home.
beginning in 1863. Now, as while they lived here in Battery though, the Ellen White was told every woman's dream. She was neither the cook nor she cleaned. She was hired help to do that. She had more birthdays to do with the church. She had booked bread, she had service prepared. So at 5 o'clock, I'm going to cook them in and start breakfast with him. And one of the things Ellen White had for breakfast is what she called these gems, and we would call these biscuits. And Ellen White and I would have got along great. I love biscuits and gravy for breakfast. She could have brought the biscuits down to my house, or I brought the gravy up here. We'd have good breakfasts together. Down this hallway here, the very far room down there is referred to as the meal room and the grain room. The one in front of it is referred to as the buttery, because that's where they churn their butter. That's also where they dry their herbs and vegetables and put their candidates. Today we would call that the pantry.
So this is the house on this side.
No, this is the one James and Ellen White.
James?
James lived here too. This is the only house that's still around that both of them lived in.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you want to just see Ellen White's house, yeah, wait, I'll say it, or you gotta go across the street. We get people right out and go, oh, we're here to see James on Ellen White's house. I say, you're in the wrong place.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I said, James lived here too.
James.
That's true.
That's that woman sexist thing, you know?
Yeah,
That's also-
yeah, they both live here, aren't they?
All right, now, when James and Ellen White built this house, we built about a well for drinking water. The neighborhood well was owned by a man named Jonah Lewis. Jonah Lewis lived a little bit to the south here. Now, Jonah Lewis is like a modern day Daniel, and he go to his barn 3 times a day to pray, but he had a neighborhood well. So the cook up either Henry or Edson down there to get water for drinking, cooking. James White thought that's a lot of hard work to get water for baths, for cleaning the floor, and for their laundry. So what they did is they dug a hole in the backyard. Now, the original wall stopped at that. Original house stopped at that wall right there. So they dug this hole in the backyard, they lined it with rocks, they plastered the walls, and then they ran the rain gutters in here. This is filled up with nice, soft, sweet rainwater.
Wow.
When they put the addition on the house in 1861, they went across this cistern.
That's interesting.
And then they put in the handy pump here. So they could pump that water out of there for their baths, for cleaning the floors, or for her automatic clothes washer. They
Nice.
still had to get their water for drinking and cooking. Joe Lewis as well. Had to get from the neighborhood. This is just for their other needs. And actually, Willie White, the third son of James and Ellen White, fell on that when they were digging. Because he was a curious little boy.
Like this.
Oh,
I did a lot of remodeling.
What is that?
This is how they used to build walls. They would put these small boards up, sometimes put newspaper behind it, and then they would use plaster, and that was the wall. It was a painting.
Wow.
And that's how this house was all built, even when they remodeled it.
Meticulous.
You would have to be really good with plaster.
And it cracks really easy too. And not only was this the first home that James and Ellen White ever owned, it is the only home that all 6 members of their family lived in. Now, they had 4 boys: Henry, Edson, Willie, and John Herbert. But you notice we only have the 3 pictures. That's because the baby was born in this house and died in this house. He only lived for 3 months. He died of encephalitis, mosquito-borne disease, and he's buried 3 miles from here in Oakville Cemetery. It is also while they lived in this house that the Civil War was being fought here in the United States. And right directly across that road right there used to be huge fairgrounds. That was where part of the Northern Army used to train. Well, Henry and Edson, they used to sneak out of the house at night to march around the troops. James already didn't think that was a good thing for the boys to be doing. That's why they sold this house in 1863. They moved out to Maine. There, Henry got pneumonia. Now, back in those days, pneumonia was almost 100% of the time fatal. So Henry's dying wish, he was 16 years old, was that when he died, he brought back here to Battle Creek, so he could get buried next to his baby brother John Herbert. So on resurrection morning, he could carry his baby brother to heaven with him, because he thought that nobody else in the White family would be dead before the Lord came. That's so they thought the Lord was coming in 1863. Henry's going to be one very surprised boy on resurrection morning. Not only are we here today in 2020, but now the whole White family is buried out in Oakville Cemetery 3 miles here. James White died at age 60 in 1881. Here at Battle Creek. Lived the first time himself. This was the original dining room and kitchen until put the addition on where we came in, and then just became the dining room.
Yes, okay, good.
Go ahead, look around
What
here.
is
Ellen G. White's dining.
And this is the bedroom.
Yeah, that was the original
Used to be so
dining room
tiny,
and
right?
kitchen both.
Yeah.
This is the bedroom.
That's the bedroom, and then that's on the bottom. It's called a trundle bed. So the older boys would sleep on top, and then that would pull out, and the younger boys would sleep on the bottom.
Oh, it's like a double.
Right. And then this was here. This was
Is
the
this for the
original
kids?
dining room and kitchen both.
Kids
Before
room?
the addition was put on, and then the addition was put on, and then that became the kitchen. But this was both the kitchen and the dining room. When he gets done,
Wow, it's a tiny room.
he's taking care of something real quick.
It's a tiny room.
Well, the rooms weren't built to be real big back then.
Why though?
Well, you didn't spend a lot of time in
the
your
heat
house. Back then, you didn't really spend a lot of time in your house. You were out.
But you're using you have still, this is a paper.
So guys, this is Ellen G. White and James' home, guys. That's their living room right there. That, not the living room, that's the dining room.
That was the dining room and the kitchen.
That was, and this was the room for the kids,
I don't know
their
when that
kids'
was
room.
first, but the last thing from back.
Double
See the
bed.
question about the piano?
All right, now, Henry White, the third son of James and Ellen White, he was very musical. When they first lived in this house here, they had to sing everything by act up, no music. So Henry and his 3 brothers, well, actually, John
Look
Herbert's
at the
too
piano
small.
over there.
They raised the garden. They sold the fruits, the vegetables, and seeds until they raised $100. They bought a melodeon, very similar. to that right there.
$100.
Now that was not the original. And that was huge because the initial price of the house had been $500.
Wow.
So buy a piano for 100. That was
Yeah. Now, that it doesn't have anything to do with the Whites, but we think it's kind of special because 5 years ago, you were down at the General Conference in San Antonio, Texas. The last Friday night at the General Conference, they had an old-fashioned hymn singer, melodeon. That was melodeon that being played at the General Conference.
nice.
They asked us to bring one down, and we thought we would bring one out the White House. Now, being a Curtis period, this right here, this is the only piece of furniture that we own that James and Ellen White owned in the whole village. Now it's from this time period, so technically it could have been in this house. We just don't have that proof. We just have the proof that he owned it. He might have bought his used furniture later on.
Wow.
People say, well, why don't we have our stuff from that time period? They thought we didn't have it. Why would they have kept anything around? That is just a baby Bible. That was only 11 and a half pounds. The one in Illinois held in 2 or 4 dishes was 18 and a half pounds. So,
2 dishes, 2.5 pounds?
11 pounds. Yeah.
11 pounds.
No significance. This is.
Okay, we're going up to
I'll walk behind you, okay?
their bedroom.
Jenny, I'll walk behind you.
Nah, Papa, be careful.
Be careful.
I'm behind you, Mama.
Oh, look at this tiny
I'm not
bed.
going anywhere.
Look at this. So cute.
Good exercise for Papa. Good call.
This is very stiff. Oh,
Alright,
phew, he made it.
alright. And then when we come back down, we have to remember there's a step right here.
Yeah,
If
don't
you're looking
fall.
through your phones, you're
Yeah.
gonna step off that step.
This is the way to get out of your house.
That goes into the attic. That used to be the back side of the house.
Yeah?
Wow.
Yeah, that was it.
This sounds just like for short people.
Look, this is the,
Yeah, remember?
this is her
Bed.
How did, bed?
No, just time period. Time
Oh,
period.
just this time.
All right. Now this bedroom here is Ellen White's bedroom.
Okay.
And one of the top of the steps, that was James White's bedroom.
It's tiny.
Separate bedrooms.
Separated.
You didn't know she snored? No, what it was more common back in those days for couples to sleep apart.
Wow.
But in this case, it worked out to the benefit of both James and Ellen White. James White, when he was here at Battle Creek, working at the Review and Herald, when he came home, he was to sleep. Ellen White never knew what time she was going to get up and right. That way he could sleep, she could get up and right. And this room in the house is probably the warmest room in the house, both summer and winter. I guarantee it is in the summertime. But in the wintertime, she not only had her own stove, but she had a stove like downstairs also. So this room could get twice the heat. But her health was never very good. So she also had something like this. Now this right here, you can take this cup, you can take some coals from out of the fire, put them in there, and if she's sitting in a chair like that there, she put that on the front, put her feet on it. If your feet are warm, it makes the whole rest of your body think that it's warm.
Yep.
Now some people say that's a great artifact, but how do you know that Ellen White had one of these? Well, Willie White, when he wrote his memoirs, he said he used to like to come up with his mother's bedroom. And he had a game very similar to this right here. So as Ellen White would be writing, he'd take his marbles, and he'd quietly play with them in the game. And they would go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until they dropped out at the end, he'd drop into the cup of the form. Well, then when he got done playing with his marbles, he'd pick them up, he'd put them in a sock, he'd roll that sock up, he'd put it back in the cup, and hide it from his older brothers. They were stealing his marbles. Nobody liked the other marbles.
He lost his marbles.
That's the original.
No, just we actually picked it up from the Amish. Now this is a bed kind of similar to the one that John Herbert would have been in for the 3 months he lived. It's very likely he would have been dressed in something like this. It was very common for little boys and little girls to wear dresses. Boys sometimes all the way up to the age of 3. Now, I showed you what the outdoor toilets kind of were. Arinola.
Arinola.
That's an indoor toilet.
Yeah.
Mama used that a lot.
Yeah, in the Philippines we use Arinola.
Right, nobody's used that lady. But this is their nighttime toilet.
Yes.
And I know what that is called in a lot of different languages. That's why
Arinola.
sometimes it's hard to tell the nationality of the people, and you don't want to come right out and Little John. Now, Mr. Little John is both the pastor of the Dime Tabernacle and the president
That's
of
all
Battle Creek
here.
College.
Very close, it, guys.
Those descendants said that when Mrs. White would visit the Little Johns, that is the church she always sat in. I don't know if they should have rolled in the chair though. The tabletop was on there just to keep you all from sitting in the chair.
There you go.
Kami sa katuyuan sa imong alagad. Handumanan sa iyang pagsilbi sa imong bulaton. Ikaw ang among kalipoy, ikaw nag-iyak ka naman.
So the historic is the Waduh tagwan. Ambot kung open ba sila. His destination is to the cemetery where she got buried. I never been there, so actually this is my second time coming here, but I never been to her cemetery. So let's see, guys. See you here at Ellen G. White's cemetery, Oak Hill, 1844.
Where's the map? I'm gonna find lot 37 first.
This is kung asa siya nalubong, guys. Oak Hill. Office of cemetery says gates open. So, hindi siya nalubong, guys. So we're trying to look for her spot. Lot 37. Just go drive around.
Well, it
Let's
doesn't
see.
give you a number because you gotta look at the thing. ABC. So this should be. Okay, she's over there. Should be over there. Okay. Oak Hill Drive. So we need to be on South Street. No, just a second. So she's on the south. She's on Oak Hill. Where's Oak Hill at? So she's on the Oak Hill side. She's over there. Yeah, she's on Oak Hill side. So she is up over here.
Oak Hill.
Yeah. She's on. And there's a green sign. Probably that marker right there.
I'm betting that historical marker is where she's buried at.
The big marker.
No, that's where James is buried.
Oh, that's James. Let's get out of here then.
Let me park here. So that's where she's going to be buried. So,
See Ellen G. White and James White burial. I mean, where they got buried. Let's see.
Ellen White's that big one in the back. Ellen White's that...
So here we are.
Oh, over here. See the big one over here?
This one?
Yeah, this is...
James and Ellen White were among the founders of the General Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
This organized Battle Creek. Ito sa? The Battle Creek, ito.
This is Ellen G. White's family here, guys.
Are buried on the outside.
They are all buried.
This,
I mean, yeah,
family,
they're all buried here.
Yep.
That is the
children
father
and their spouses.
and their spouses.
Yep. So,
Henry
yep, over there, and then over here.
and their grandkids are,
Inside
you know,
here is James White.
these are all the White's family. This is the White family.
James' side. And then Ellen White's over there.
Oh, I took this one here,
Yeah, this is James White here.
and then Ellen
And then
White
over
there.
here, Ellen White's over.
James White right here.
Si James White, di regular.
Ellen White right here.
Yep.
Here.
How come they do it like that though?
Ellen G. White is
No,
here.
I'm sorry. Well, he told me that they were buried on each side, but her marker's facing this way. But he said that they were opposite from each
These
other.
are her family.
Yeah, that's what he said. But her marker's here.
Oh, yeah, the marker is
But
here.
she's
And
buried.
then
He
there.
said they were buried across from each other. So,
Ang James White na din lubong din, ha?
yep. Yep, that's James White. Ellen White's marker is right here, but she's actually buried right over here. They're buried head to head.
It's Mr. Kellogg,
Back, but he was apart for
the
a period of
cereal
time.
Kellogg's owner. Kellogg's company. So he got buried here.
Oh, Mrs. White.
Yes. Yep. W.C. White. This is the wife of W.C. White.
Ellen G. White.
This is William. Here's Ethel, the wife.
This is James right here.
Mrs. White.
And this is Mrs. White right here. This side.
Mother ni Mrs. White. And then Henry and White, eldest son of James and Ellen White.
This is
died
the father.
December
This is
8,
James White.
1963.
James
Aged
White.
16 years
Oh, there it
and
is.
3 months.
Ellen G. White and James White.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, that it is. This is Ellen G. White right here.
Abi na kung nanay na nila.
This is Ellen G. White.
Jen, he told me they were buried inside.
Yeah, it's right here. The name is right
No,
here.
he told me they were buried inside.
Yeah, they're inside
This
the
is
compound.
mother of Ellen White.
Ma.
This is the mother of Ellen
Yeah,
White.
my mother.
This
This
is the
Oh,
mother
okay.
of Ellen
The
White.
father.
and
That's
this
the
is father
father.
of Ellen
and
White.
this is the son,
Oh, I thought it
Yeah,
was
James
the
was
son.
buried here.
Henry
Her marker faces
and
this way. She's
White,
buried over here.
eldest son of James and Ellen G. White, died December 8, 1863, age 16 years and 3 months. And this is John Herbert. This is John.
It's pretty awesome.
Klaro ba ni? This is John Herbert White, eldest son of
Okay, finally, here, I'm here. I've been longing to come this area, guys.
father of James White.
Where to get buried.
See, there's
All of
a
her family.
You would hear about this in the Berrien Springs Museum.
Yeah, Kellogg.
You would hear about this in the Stryker family, how there was a falling out.
This is Kellogg.
He actually became kind of a deterrent for the church, left and then came back
Yep.
later.
There's the wife, I think.
Yeah.
Mary Kellogg. So all the Kellogg's families are here.
Just for the church. They actually have their own funeral cemetery.
Mary Butler. Mary Butler.
These were the ones that were affiliated with the church.
Mary Chase. Nara sa kilid.
Mary Chase.
Emma L.
August 31, 1889.
No, I'm not familiar with all her.
And this is maintained
Kids
by
and-
all these are maintained by the church today.
Mary Kay, wife of W.C. White, born April 20.
Yeah, the church maintains all this stuff today.
Let's go. Okay, you guys done?
Oh, they are done. Let them do their stuff.
I'm hungry.
This is a big deal for them.
Guys, we're gonna have a picnic here by Ellen G. White's tomb. Not really. We're not gonna have a picnic. We are just here hanging out. We're Ellen G. White there. Woohoo! Okay guys, naka-add na yun ko sa tool ni Ellen G. White. Ito sa iyang mga pamilya mga nagsuloy. Ito na nila. Libo. Saka na. Ito ang tagiya sa Kellogg's guys, the cereal. Kellogg's cereal. That's his finger. The Kellogg's company. Right? The next weekend, I think we're going to Bering Spring for another Ellen G. White.
So Kellogg was
He was well, he didn't invent the
Guys, we are hungry. We're gonna look for Chinese food.
There's a Chinese restaurant over on
Restaurant.
yeah.
About to eat our lunch. Chinese buffet. Bantay. Hey guys, ngayon tayo yung bantay. Oh. Kita ang hangit. Basta sa likod. Okay, not guys. I'm going to eat now.